The college football experience, Oklahoma State Cowboys 2025 season preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, the bank account that is built for bettors. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with the promo code SGPN to get a free Refs Are Terrorists t-shirt. Claim your free shirt today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/refs. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Mike Leach, head football coach at Mississippi State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience, Oklahoma State. How about them Cowboys? 2025 season preview, guns up, as the mullet is back in Stillwater, as he should be. And look, 2025 brand new season. You never know what you're going to get out of these Cowboys, and this could be a big year. Maybe, I feel like every other year they're fire. YouTube.com/the college experience. Every single year we're fire because we've been previewing every single team each and every year for the past 8 years. And now it's 136 teams, 136 episodes. Come be a part of it. YouTube.com/the college experience. Jump on over there. We're like 20 in, I feel like, just about now. So buckle up, get in the action. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Swing at Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Very healthy when talking Oklahoma State football. Love OK State football. This is back in the days. The OG running back U. I know people will say Auburn or Georgia. Tough to beat Barry Sanders and Thurman Thomas, especially they played at the same goddamn time. Tatum Bell. What's my guy's name? Played for the Panthers from Canada. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. I know Ollie Gordon, but I mean they keep good running backs there.
Hubbard.
Yes, Chuba Hubbard. Yes, David Thompson back in the 90s was a beast. So they keep guys. They keep guys right there. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the college basketball experience as well. Come check that out. Give it up for Farmer Staffer at Austin P with the Governors, South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and West Virginia with the Mountaineers. Ryan McIntyre, aka Moneyline Mac. How are you, brother?
Doing good. I'm a man. I'm 40, baby. Let's talk some pokes.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight. Yes. And this is a program that I've always enjoyed. I mean, back in the days, Jimmy Johnson was coaching them back in the early 80s when Schnellenberger was at Miami. And they were rolling, man. Dexter Manley on the fucking team. Hartley Dykes. They've just been rolling. They've been fucking rolling. They hit a tough. After Jimmy Johnson left, they hit a little tough patch. Figured it out. Bob Simmons and shit. But they've ever since Les Miles, he was the one to first get it going. But then he handed the keys off to a guy that bled orange and black. Mike Gundy, and he has been rolling with the exception of last season. It's kind of a pivotal time period during this offseason. Gundy took a big pay cut. And I think part of it was investing. He wanted to, take that money and put it into the program. Boone Pickens has since passed, I believe. So it's an interesting point. It's like the same thing, like college football. That's one of the things I strive to say is like, I know people think college football doesn't change because like Ohio State was really good 100 years ago, but it really changes quite drastically too. Like Oregon was a fucking pushover before Phil Knight. And guess what? He's like 88. I keep saying what I'm sure Phil Knight's got some family that's probably going to keep pumping money into Oregon or something. But my point is Boone Pickens passed away. I wonder if there was a financial hit there. Who knows? I don't know. But one thing I do know, I love Oklahoma State Cowboy football. I've been to Stillwater. I've been to a game there, and it was awesome. So let's enjoy this episode because I think they're one of the more fascinating teams coming into the season. What do you make of this? I mean, I know we're going to jump into slides, but just on the surface, it's been a great program over the past 25 years, man, but it's kind of been a little bit of taboo, much like Kentucky. We just previewed Kentucky. Go listen to that preview.
Hell yeah. I mean, I know it was miserable last year for Pokes fans, but if I told you it was your first losing season in 20 years, that's a pretty damn good run. I know that Gundy hasn't really won the big one, but he's had teams that have been able to get to the game, being able to get to 2 Big 12 title games in the last 4 years. And then, I mean, countless 10-win season. I think he's got like 7 or 8 10-win seasons. So he's been unbelievable. He's one of their own. He's one of the biggest characters in college football. And if he's not my favorite coach outside of Rich Rod in the country, I don't know who is. I'm a huge Mike Gundy guy. So you will get a lot of pro Oklahoma State from me on this episode.
Hey, I should have found I have a Javon Langford jersey.
Yeah.
OK State jersey that somewhere in this house, somewhere in a box or something. I don't know if it fits me anymore with my fat ass, but you know what I mean? You grow up and everything, it sucks. It sucks. But, yeah, I mean, Gundy is a proven winner. Don't never write off Mike Gundy because some of those teams you think are you look on paper. I remember a couple of these teams. I was like, man, they're not going to, yeah. But I will say this. I don't know that I've ever seen this out of Mike Gundy. We're going to get to that in a second.
He made you work on the slides. I can tell you that.
Good God. I mean, this is, I would say,
mystery team.
I try to be honest. I think we're an honest podcast. I believe that in my bones. I don't try to bullshit the audience, but I'm saying like, and I think that's why people like us. That's why I can make a living doing this. But at the same time, like, I don't know that I've seen this. Like, I mean, because even like Dion had like 12 of his guys from Jackson State or 10 of his guys from Jackson State come in. This is similar, but no one was with Mike Gundy last year. So it's one of the harder teams to project, I would say, when you just don't know a lot. And we will get to that. Let's get to the slides. All right. Look at those fly ass uniforms. Fucking great fucking uniforms. We're going to talk about Mike Gundy in a second, but I want to let you know you are listening to the College Football Experience, Oklahoma State Cowboy style. Get all your free picks and podcasts for the Stanley Cup, College Baseball World Series, NBA Finals, MLB regular season, CFL, UFL, all that shit. Get it wherever you get your apps. All right. SGPN app. It's out there for you. Free to download. So grab it and let it ride. All right. As we alluded to, Mike Gundy, he's 169-88 at Oklahoma State. He was 7-6 and 22, 10-4 and 23, but 3-9. And man, let me tell you, he's not accustomed to 3-9 seasons, Mac. Yeah. I mean, he first off, this is a guy that played. He does care about. He bleeds orange and black. He played there. I'm old enough where I remember him playing there. Then he was an assistant for 5-6 years. Then he left, went to Baylor and then Maryland, and then came back in 2001. And he's been in Stillwater since 2001. But this is still a guy that spent majority of his life in Stillwater. So, I mean, what's not to like about having a guy that just will do anything for that program because he loves it. He genuinely loves it. And I think that is a good thing to have. However, look at him back in the day playing there, quarterback number 12.
Yes.
However, I do believe you have a situation where I don't know that he's the coach a year from now doing this. He shouldn't be on the hot seat, but I also think at some point when you see, the like, let's say hypothetically he does have a bad year. I don't think he would deserve to be fired because this is a guy that has 2 losing seasons since 2005, right? Two. One was in year 1, 4-7, and one was last year at 3-9. Every other year he has had a winning season. So he does not deserve to be fired. But I also think there is something to the thing of like new coach buys fan interest. And I think there's kind of a split in the alumni/administration on people that want him there and people that don't want him there. And that makes it's much like Mark Stoops at Kentucky, which we just previewed. I think he is in an interesting spot where there is potential for him to get canned. And it would be unjust 100% in my opinion. But I do think there's a world where if he doesn't win enough games this year, he is canned. What do you make of that?
Yeah, it's fascinating. I mean, the rumor was that he was going to get canned this year, remember? And before he took the pay cut and that whole drama. I thought it was a joke that they were going to move on after last year. I mean, I was like, come on, it's the first goddamn losing season in 20 years. But Gundy's also a guy that strikes me as if they want to mutually, or like, how they go mutually part ways. Gundy's not going to step down. You're gonna have to fire him. That's one thing about Gundy is, and this is where he may, I don't know, he may have worn some people out, or not might. He has worn some people out. He's a strong personality. I mean, that he has said some controversial stuff over and over because he don't give a damn, and that's why we embrace him on this show. He tells it like it is, and he's a throwback guy, and maybe that's not fit for this era, but he's not going to change. That's one damn thing. Mike Gundy's going to be Mike Gundy, and if you don't like it, you can go kick rocks. So I think it's fair to say that he may not be the coach after this year just because he may have finally wore out his welcome. But I'm with you. I don't think it's fair if they fire him. But
he's got 10 9-win seasons or better. Better. I mean, multiple. I don't know. I'm hoping they realize, like, come on, the guy.
Remember the Ollie Gordon press conference last year?
What? Oh yeah. I mean,
he was trying to justify the drunk driving, and he goes, he only had 2, and then if you add an hour, then you had another.
I'll say that, man. Like, he shouldn't have fucking said that into a microphone. He should have been like, yeah, we got to work on that. But I also think, and America can't deal with this shit. I don't think there were any lies there. No, I think I bartended for a lot of fucking years. A lot of people drive 2-3 drinks in. I have seen, 100%. I would almost say majority drive 2 to 3 drinks in. So the whole world took that shit, and I remember it was a big storyline. ESPN was playing it. And I'm like, he's not lying.
He's not.
It's just a bad thing to see. He shouldn't have just said it. He should have just said, yeah, we got to fix that. But what I do enjoy about it is, like, he ain't bullshitting you. That is reality. But
and you know what else he did? He took the attention off Ollie Gordon real quick.
Very true. Very true. Maybe not the best thing for your AD. Yeah. But I'm just saying, I find it refreshing when someone just tells the truth on something. I mean, I know, people freaked out about it, but I think we're in a day and age where no one tells you the truth or how they feel. And I feel like sometimes it's refreshing to hear it, even if it's not, correct in a sense of, from a PR point of view, like, damn, that's going to be a pain in the ass for everyone. They're going to follow up questions all fucking season with that, but it is what it is. That's Mike Gundy. You got to appreciate that.
He's 40.
He's going to talk about what the fuck is on his mind, whether you agree with it or not. And I can respect that. Now the offense a season ago, Mac, as we The offense, well, Doug Meacham's got his work cut out for him. Well, actually, I mean, the numbers aren't even that bad. 74th in scoring offense, 30th in pass offense, 115th in rush offense is that bad considering how many great running backs we just said. 80th in overall offense. What the hell happened here, man?
It's one of the more puzzling things of last year that they were so dominant the year before. Ollie Gordon ran for 1,700 yards 2 years ago. And then last year he runs for half of that. I know obviously he had the off the field distractions, but they had all 5 offensive linemen back last year too. So yeah, a very bizarre year. And then Alan Bowman obviously was very inconsistent and why he got benched multiple times throughout the year.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like they haven't been able to nail the quarterback. It was weird. Spencer Sanders never returned. I thought he was going to return for his senior year. Instead, he went and was a backup, which was quite puzzling as well when he went to Ole Miss. Probably got a bag of cash. Who knows? But sorry, I'm just currently looking for a drop that I know we're going to need here in a second. And for some reason, I cannot find that. But
now we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
The problem is, do you think? Gundy's an offensive guy. He'll fix this, right? He'll fix. I know we're gonna go through the roster in a second, and the portal just lit up like a damn Christmas tree. But he's gonna fix this, right? You feel pretty confident that the offense will be better statistically than say a year ago.
Yeah, and bringing in offensive coordinator Doug Meacham, who's also a former Cowboy. He played there from in the 80s. So yeah, I think he also was on the Oklahoma State staff in the mid 2000s as well. So he's bounced around since then. But yeah, I would think that they're going to take a step up. Gundy's offense is usually hum, and last year made no sense with all that returning production, other than they got paid.
That's true. That's another element to this, is kind of an old school coach.
You don't like that
different
shit.
Day and age.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the offense. Let's break it down because they return nobody. What? I shit you not. Nobody. In fact, here I think we have word that Gundy is calling in right now. Mike, what is your statement regarding you guys not having any starters?
And you know what? I'm jacked about another opportunity. I'm like, let's go. Now, I met with the team. There is no team.
Okay. Mac, we've previewed 20 teams or something so far. I've been doing this a long time. Even fucking Colorado had one returning starter. Nobody?
Hilarious. Gundy said, "Get out, all you, get the fuck out." It's a new offensive coordinator, like I said, with Meacham, and then you got a whole new offense. So there's talent. We'll talk about the guys in the portal that they're bringing in, but it's hard to project how they're going to mesh because we've never seen them play together.
And may the Schwartz be with you. What a world, what a world.
I mean, how the hell are we supposed to break down this team? Okay, Mike Gundy doesn't strike me as a guy that loves the portal. He didn't before this episode or this season. And I will say to all those people, now I understand Dion is Dion. He put the target on his back saying, I'm bringing in my Louis, right? But it was a big story. Oh, disgraceful. He kicked the team out and brought in 42 transfers. Mike Gundy, from my count, is perhaps more than 42.
Yeah.
Buckle up right here. First off, I am very excited about this guy. Anybody named Hauss? Fucking, you have my attention. Hauss, Hejny from TCU comes in. I'm assuming he's going to start at quarterback. And let me tell you, I can't fade Mike Gundy potentially in his final season with a quarterback named Hauss. I mean, you can't write this. Please tell me he's starting. I think he's going to start. You see, Ryan's in there saying he's going to start.
Yeah, he came over with the offensive coordinator Meacham. So I mean, I think that was his handpicked guy. So yeah, 6'6" freshman, or I guess now he's a sophomore, or maybe he's a redshirt freshman now. So, but yeah, he's from Texas and he's ready to be a Cowboy, baby. This is gonna be a fun ass team. I can't.
It is great. Hauss is your. Please stay healthy. I want this all year long. So you have Hauss at quarterback. They also bring in Banks Bowen from Tulsa, right up the road. They're on the schedule too. Well, okay. Running back wise, Freddie Brock coming in. Never double cross Freddie Brock. Caleb Hicks also from Oklahoma. What? Come on. You can't go from I know they're not on the schedule anymore, so maybe there's a pass. But I am not going to shoot the guns off. But it is ridiculous. You shouldn't be able to. You draw that line in the sand. Back in the 80s, Brian Boswell would pour a beer on your ass. All right? If you're a fucking Cowboy. All right? And vice versa. Terrell Davis. No, not that Terrell Davis. Comes in at wide receiver from Central Oklahoma. Christian Fitzpatrick from Marshall. I am familiar with him. How about Cameron Abseer from Emily and Harry University? You also get wide receiver Jalen Lloyd coming in from Nebraska. I am familiar with him. And you get former TCU quarterback Sam Jackson. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. Right?
Yeah, motherfucker, I eat everything. I eat the pussy, I eat the butt, I eat every motherfucking thing. Yeah, right?
Classic Sam Jackson. Snakes on a plane. Next page. Shamar Rigby comes in from Purdue. Tight end Jordan Owens from Central Arkansas, the Bears. Tight end Oscar Hammond from North Texas. Tight end Grayson Brousseau from Utah State. They went out and took both Utah State's tight ends. They got Will Show Me the Money as well from Utah State. Offensive tackle Grant Seagren ratings from Nebraska. Offensive tackle Markel Samuel from App State. Offensive tackle Louis Canepa from New Mexico State. No, am I done there? No. Offensive lineman Kason Carpenter from Tulsa. Lavaka Tukaheo from Weber State. Bob, don't do shtick from Virginia Tech. And kicker Gabe not a Janikowski. We got a Panikowski from Idaho State. What the hell am I looking at here, Mac?
They got a bunch of guys that were freshmen that were kind of redshirted, and they took them last year too. I mean, the offense is going to be headlined by Freddie Brock coming over from Georgia State. He had a good year last year. He started his career at Maine, and then Hicks at Oklahoma, the 1-2 back. But it's that offensive line. I mean, they had that old offensive line with all those vets last year. For whatever reason, it didn't click. But I do remember when nobody knew who they were 2 years ago, that offensive line came out of nowhere. So if you're a believer in this team, you are a believer in Gundy. You're either going in blind with Gundy or you're fading this mystery team.
I mean, this is truly a mystery team. I would just say, even Lou Holtz is saying,
well I don't get they bring the income,
but they're counting down 7-6-5.
We're going to talk about I have no idea if the offense is going to be better because the offense wasn't their main weakness last season ago.
Oh, defense is horrible.
That's what I'm saying. So I have no fucking read on the offense. It's like, well, Dundee, why did we listen to the episode? Well, I don't know what to tell you.
It's a new coordinator and a new offense.
I didn't scout Emily and Harry University last year. Hang on. We're going to talk defense. But before we do that, I want to let you know that the Oklahoma State 2025 season preview episodes brought to you by Edge Boost, the first ever bank account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved. No usage fees, no minimums, no credit checks. Sign up today, edgeboost.bet with the promo code SGPN. And look, this is the last week to sign up. We're going to give you a free refs or terrorist t-shirt. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/refs to claim your free shirt today. We're also brought to you by Circa, the ultimate fantasy football giveaway. Circa Resort in downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. biggest sports book in the world, is giving away the ultimate fantasy football experience for a 12-person league, the draft in Vegas, and be treated like VIPs for the entire stay. You're going to get a limo picking you up from the airport with some booze in it. You better believe it. A $5,000 food and beverage tab at Stadium Swim where you can have your draft, and a hotel stay for you and your 11 league mates. There's also a couple other bar deals they're going to give you as well. So what are you doing? Enter the Ultimate Fantasy Football Contest for free at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/circa. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA. And don't forget, if you just want to go to the Circa in general, get 15% off anytime at any of the Circa properties with the promo code SGP15. All right, we are back. And all right, let's talk about the defense. Todd Grantham. Hey, I don't know Todd. Shit, he was with Bud Foster and Frank Beamer at Virginia Tech back in the 90s. He was with I think Louisville at one point, Florida at one point, maybe even Mississippi State. I can't remember. This dude's been a defensive mind in the game for a long fucking time.
Yeah, he's with the Saints last year.
I was definitely not aware of that, but he inherits an absolutely awful defense. 126th in scoring defense, 132nd. There was only 134 teams last year in pass defense, 129th rush defense, and the second worst defense in all of college football. Total defense 133rd. Whew, Mac. At least you got a legend coming in there. This dude fucking in his sleep. Let me tell you, some people will be talking about their wife, having a conversation with their wife in their sleep. This guy's talking about, no, it's a 3-4 pressure. Just gotta watch the backside corner, right? He's doing stuff like that in his sleep because the guy just breathes football. So I do love it. If you're going to go guns blazing, they're potentially going to fire you. Might as well get offensive coordinator that's your guy, grad, and a defensive coordinator that's been around football his whole damn life. They returned just 3 starters. Defensive tackle Iman Oates, cornerback Cam Smith, and safety Dylan Smith. Did they go to the portal? You bet your ass they did. Here we go. They brought in defensive line Sitavini Havili Kafasi from UCLA, Michael Diata from UVA, Demarion Thomas from Vandy, Tajay McCoy from Colorado, Wendell Gregory from South Carolina, Malik Charles from the West Georgia Wolves, Kyron Duhan from UTEP. Those are all on the D-line. Did they add some linebackers? You bet your ass they did. Brandon Rawls from Saginaw State. Holy shit. If you're at the Circa, hit Saginaw's upstairs. It's fantastic. And also, this is the alma mater of legendary Bucks linebacker, rest in peace, Eugene Marv, who did go to Saginaw State there in Michigan. Linebacker Brian McCoy comes in from the Akron Zips. Linebacker Trip White from Ole Miss. Anyone named Trip, great name. Half chance you're a douchebag, half chance you're cool. Linebacker Darius Thomas from Louisville comes in, and then these filthy snakes come into Greenville and take our corner. Eric Fletcher from ECU.
He's pretty good.
He is good. We had a guy drafted by the Dallas Cowboys this year too. You might have heard of him. Cornerback Jalen Davies from UCLA. J.K. Johnson, another corner from LSU. Mordecai McDaniels from the Clits of Charlotte. Safety DeAndre Boykins from North Carolina. Safety Zaquan Patterson from the Miami Hurricanes. I mean, it's like reading a goddamn phone book. It's okay. I see the chat's going off. Shout out to my guy, Monty Pritchett. Good to see you, Monty. Iman Oates had three sacks in the spring game, but then again, he's being blocked by a guy from Emily and Harry. And Demarion Thomas is good. Okay, I like the scouting we got from Daugherty there. Oh man, Mac. It's hard to have a pulse on this team. I mean, I think the defense will be better just in spite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got rid of Nardo, who was the defensive coordinator for 2 years. And quite frankly, that was Gundy just thinking way outside of the box. Where did he hire him from? Ranger? Is that where it came from?
Yeah. So it was. I remember it being obscure. I mean, how about the scouting department? By the way.
Yeah, they
Look
earned
at
their
those-
paycheck.
Oh my God! You're watching tape on West Georgia, Saginaw State, Emily and Harry, Central Arkansas, Idaho State. I mean, just impressive stuff.
I trust Grantham though. I mean, he was with Saban also in his final year. He's been with Florida. Like you went through his track record. He's a vet, and I think he'll get this defense playing hard. Bunch of no names, a couple guys that maybe second chance you type stuff. But yeah, I mean, I love the FCS transfers. They come in with a chip on their shoulder. They got no NIL coming in, and they want to just bust somebody's ass so they can get a paycheck.
Well, I mean, I hate to break it to you. Saginaw State is not in the FCS. Emily and Harry is not in the FCS.
Well, they're even chippier.
Some of these ones, Central Oklahoma is not in the FCS. So they went deep. They went fucking deep. I think they will be better than last year because Grantham is a very good defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Now, you could also tell me, Dundee, does his team lack talent? Probably. Probably.
To your point, it kind of seems like Gundy is doubling down. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out my way. I'm going to hire my guys. Hiring
100%.
Hiring Grantham, who I'm sure him and Gundy have been boys for a long time, lifers in this industry. And then one of his another guy for an Oklahoma State guy, Meacham at the offensive coordinator position. And he said, I'd rather be less talent and not have to worry about this NIL bullshit. And we'll play our ass off. We'll play hard. Like it's the
that was the deal. He was like, you guys don't want to can me. I deliver winning seasons almost 18 to 20 years or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Right. But he goes, get this. I'm giving you some money back. You can keep the money. And I don't even need your NIL money because I'm going to Emily and Harry. All right. We buy this guy a flight to Stillwater. He's in. All right.
He's like, I used all that NIL money and I went fucking 3-9. Why would I spend this NIL money? I'll go back to the old school ways.
Our recruiting pitches, we got games on television. You believe that? And he goes, no shit. I'm in. Let's go.
Gundy's looking at Army and Navy and be like, why the hell would I pay any of these guys? Army and Navy are ripping off.
Amen. He should run the triple.
Yeah.
I think the defense will be better. And that's the question we do for each one of these teams. That's the exercise. I do think the defense will be better. I mean, it's hard to be worse. They were 133rd out of 134, but this year there's 136. So I guess you could be. All right, we do state of the program here. And this is a tricky one here because state of the program, we talk about the stadium, and that is a part of the state of the program. A lot of people don't believe that, but it is. Boone Pickens Stadium, Mac, is a place I've been to. I give this thing a 9 of 10, and I love this stadium. It's 105 years young, man.
It's awesome.
Oh, when I went to a game here, one of the things that I loved about it was how close it was to the field.
Mm-hmm.
A unique experience. You can't get this shit in the NFL. This is why college football is king. Best stadiums in all of fucking sports. Look at this fucking gem. Boone Pickens Stadium. This is why college football is amazing. Look at this thing here, man. 105 years young. And trust me, when the game I was at, there was rocking. I was sitting right over here. My tickets, don't even ask me what I paid for a ticket. It was a lot of money. I think that might be the most expensive college football game I was at, actually. Look at that fucking place. Fire. Absolute fire. That is college football the way it should be.
And real quick, obviously I've been to Stillwater a bunch traveling with West Virginia. Gallagher connects to Boone Pickens. That little brick right there in the end zone, the visiting locker room for the basketball team is right on the other side of that. So every time we went there, I would just step out of the locker room 10 feet to the left, boom, and there's just an empty Boone Pickens Stadium. Awesome stadium.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Look how close those sidelines are, by the way.
Yeah. Yes, it's on top of it, man.
It's fucking perfect. It's fucking perfect. The fact there's no requirement for that is great too, because that is perfect. I mean, they do college football 100% right in Stillwater, Oklahoma. I'm telling you, look at that from the outside too. They got that classic look with the brick. Why? And that's what I'm saying. The NFL is so full of shit. They're scumbag owners every 20 years. Pay for a new stadium. Invest into your stadium. You're good forever. You're good forever. This thing is proof. Kyle Field we did the other day. That's proof. Look at this stadium, man. 105 years young. Fucking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Anybody say an NFL stadium's better than this?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. These stadiums are the reason why a big part of the heart of the sport is that you're playing in the same place Barry Sanders fucking ran for 1 trillion yards. You know, you're playing in the same place all these guys, your grandfathers and shit. Look at that. A nighttime shot right there.
Remember when they beat Oklahoma in the final bedlam and then rushed?
Oh yeah,
that was.
I got a foot. Look at that right there.
Yeah,
right there. Always rush the field. If you're listening to this, that is the heartbeat of college sports. Don't listen to dumbass Greg Sankey. You rush the field. That's part of that. You're paying for that crazy goddamn enrollment. You're entitled to that. That's part of the experience. All right. When you trade in your textbook and they charge you 500% on some shit you used for a week. You paid for this experience. You always storm. Look at that. That's fantastic. But Max, state of the program was a tough question to me. It was a very tough thing for me. So you have this kind of turning point here. State of the program, you think Oklahoma State has been a very good school on the football field, really, for the past 20 years, maybe 25 years. But you're at this point where there's, he took a pay cut, and it seems like, some of the administration or some of the alumni perhaps want him out. So they're kind of, I don't know how to rank it then, because if you had just told me Mike Gundy's going to be there for years to come, I'd give it an 8 probably. But I have to give it a 6 because of the uncertainty. What do you give this state of the program right now?
I think 7. It's only their first losing season. And
that's why he shouldn't be on the hot seat, though.
Yeah, I also think with their resources, a year ago we were saying, could Oklahoma State, when Texas and Oklahoma left, could they step in and be the face of the Big 12? And I'll go 7. It's a little stagnant just because of last year, but it's a hard one to rank. It's a hard one to rank.
I'm too generous, Rob. He gave it a higher ranking than me.
Oh, you're overreacting, Rob.
Rob's giving it a
Cowboys.
4. Yeah.
These fans care. They stay tuned. They're going to be back this year.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to go game. We're going to go game by game. Well, yeah, with the this is like George Allen with the no-name defense, right? Or was that George Allen? Might have been George Allen. Yeah. Folks, we're going to go game by game, but hang on. We want to tell you that the college football experience, Oklahoma State Cowboys styles, brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdogs going long for the NBA Finals with their extender bonus. The longer the series goes, the bigger the bonuses get, so jump on over there. And when you do, sign up with our promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Yes, you've heard me talk about Rhythm before, most likely. And look, they just dropped a game-changing new feature called Power Trends. These are AI-detected patterns where Rhythm's model has consistently won and has a very high ROI. Think a strikeout prop that wins 59% of the time when the line and win probability hit a certain range. Power Trends are updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm and Rhythm only. No touts, no noise, just clean data-backed bets, baby. Download the Rhythm app, check out Power Trends, and start betting smarter. You know damn well we will be. Also, get your free 7-day trial period. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's SportsGamblingPodcast.com/rhythm. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every single sport, including the NHL Stanley Cup and the NBA Finals. And MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations, even outside of the States. So head on over to MyBookie.ag. Use our promo code when you do. That's TCESGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply, of course. That's mybookie.ag, promo code TCE SGPN. All right, we are back. Let's jump into the schedule, man, because week one, the UT Martin Skyhawks are coming into town.
I want this pilot. It's a matter of national security.
Thursday night, these Skyhawks are coming into town. Mac, don't tell anybody, but the Skyhawks were an FCS playoff team a year ago. I can tell you this. Half the damn roster at Oklahoma State was playing D2 football. Do we got a game week one? What's going on here, man?
Well, Gundy has a history of fucking around in these non-con games. Remember when he got drilled by South Alabama?
Game. Yes.
And who else did he lose? Did he lose to Missouri State the one year on a Hail Mary?
No, Central Michigan. That's what I'm saying. This game, I'll take the points. I'll tell you that. I'll take the fucking points. But 1-0. Give me 1-0 with this no-name bunch. What are you doing here?
Yeah, 1-0. And then, I mean, in the opener in 23, they only beat Central Arkansas 27-13. That was the opener of that team that got to Dallas. It's wild.
Central Arkansas is a decent FCS too. But, yeah, it's similar vein of UT Martin.
Yeah. Close game, but the Cowboys win.
Well, week 2, they play in Autzen. They got some good news. Evan Stewart's out for the year, their star wide receiver for the Ducks. This series goes back to 2008. I mean, I got to take Oregon. It's Autzen. You almost wish it was in Stillwater because with the Evan Stewart news, you're thinking maybe they're breaking in a new QB. You know, they lose some key pieces, but 1-1. What are you doing here?
Yeah, they're not winning at Oregon. I saw the chat. Everybody was joking that, hey, maybe they could shock Oregon because they don't have any film on them. They're going to need more than that. You got to have some Jimmies and Joes to win at Oregon.
Yeah. I mean, I know Hauss. You don't want to fade a Hauss Hejny, but I don't know. At Autzen, it might be a little tricky. Then you get a bye week. Look, Jimmy Johnson, there he is. Say hello. Come out of the bye week, and the Tulsa Golden Hurricane with a brand new head coach, Trey Lamb, coming in from Tennessee Tech. I say Tennessee Tech. I think it was East Tennessee State. East Tennessee State, I think. This is a win, but I will say this: Tulsa has had them on the ropes a couple times.
Yeah.
One of those years, they got kind of hosed. There was a terrible holding penalty on a touchdown, which would have gave Tulsa the lead with like 3 minutes left. Give me State though, 2-1.
Yeah, it was back-to-back years. They won 28-23 and 16-7. And they also,
I think the 16-7 was it was 13-7.
That was a COVID year. Yeah.
13-7. Tulsa scores on a passing touchdown. They call a holding, which was a fucking phantom fucking hold. Yeah. They missed the field goal then because it goes to a 4th down because it was like 3rd and 20. And then Oklahoma State ices it with a field goal. That was a shady game. But hey,
I'll take the Cowboys.
Yeah, 2-1. I love that game on the schedule, though. Shout out to that game on the schedule. Been playing that since 1914. That's college football right there. Next up, the Baylor Bears and Dave Aranda come to town. Man, this is a huge game. I'm actually going to say this is the game of the season right here because I think it dictates the tone for the season.
Agreed.
And Baylor, in many ways, with young Tom Sawyer Robertson at quarterback there, Baylor kind of figured it out, I thought, last season. This is tough, man. Give me Oklahoma State, but I have no data. I have no feel for the fucking team. They could lose this game 45-3 if these guys don't hit on the portal.
This is where I think I trust Gundy.
But I like Dave. I think Dave Aranda is a really good coach too, dude. I think he's underrated. Yeah.
I mean, he beat Gundy in the Big 12 title game, but I like Oklahoma State getting an extra day of prep after they had the bye. So, like, after the Oregon game, I think Gundy can make some adjustments through those first 2 games, and I compared to Baylor, who will be coming off Arizona State. Yeah, give me Oklahoma State at home. Get a big one here.
So we got a 3-1.
Yep.
Now they head to Arizona. Series goes back to 1931. I don't know, man. These guys, like this is a very like the Baylor game and the Arizona game. Give me Arizona to win. What are you doing here?
Arizona's a big mystery team too. Give me the Pokes. I trust Gundy more than Brennan.
I just feel like you still got Noah Fafita's back for his like 10th year of college football. That's a huge leg up.
They are in the trenches again. Yeah.
I mean, fucking Oklahoma State starting a guy from Emily Harry. What are you talking about?
Hey guys, I got Gundy versus Brennan. I'll take Gundy.
I'll take Arizona. Those trips to the desert, they get a little wacky. You know what I mean? But I don't have strong conviction because Arizona, it's not like they're thriving right now. So what? I got them at 3-2. You got them at 4-1.
Yeah.
Now they come home to take on my guy Willie Fritz in Houston, and I will tell you this: Todd Grantham better have that run defense ready, because Willie Fritz, if you have as bad as a run defense as you had last year, Houston will win this fucking game. I will guarantee you that. If you do not fix the run defense, Houston, I know Willie Fritz. I've watched Willie Fritz for fucking 30 years. He will fucking attack that all day. I'm assuming Grantham will stop the run defense. Give me OK State. I don't feel strongly about this.
Oklahoma State in a close one. I'm with you. I think that, like I said, I think the defense with Grantham is going to be much improved. So
I think Houston's going to be much improved too, though, dude.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
So you got them 5-1,
and then they're playing Satterfield, who they absolutely annihilated 2 years ago in Stillwater.
Yeah, I actually feel decent about this one. Oklahoma State can win this one. They could also lose this but I think they're better than Cincinnati. Like from a coach, from the environment. This is the hardest team we've done so far because I'm convincing myself that they're going to beat Houston. In my mind, I'm like Daugherty's saying, Connor Wegman was a big time recruit for A&M. He's now at Houston. I'm trusting fucking what's my guy's name again? Hauss. to take down a guy that I went and saw him at A&M. I thought Connor Wegman can play. But give me a win here. I feel all right about this one.
Pokes are back to a bowl game October 18th.
I mean, dude, if you're right about this.
Their schedule is beautiful on the front end. This is like the most, goddamn.
I think fucking Houston could beat them, though, dude. Like, I do not think that is some gimme game. This, I think you feel all right about. This Tulsa, you feel all right about. I don't know about feeling all right about Baylor. Baylor fucking could, aren't they the odds on? I thought I saw a book had them as the favorite to make the Big 12 championship.
Oh, that's a kiss of death in that league.
True. I'm just saying, I don't feel great about the, so after this, they head to Lubbock. They will not win this game. $55 million. Is that what I just read that Texas Tech? I mean, I can't do it. Jones AT&T Stadium. The place is fire. Series goes back a long, long ways there. I just can't do it. You tell me you got them going into Lubbock.
No, I don't have it. McGuire's going to be fired if he has $55 million and he loses to Saginaw. I mean, I'll take the Red Raiders 6-2.
6-2. What do I got him at? I got him losing to.
You got him 5-3.
Yeah, and you might be sprinkling fucking fairy dust on me here. Next up, they head to Lawrence, Kansas. They're losing this too.
Yeah,
5-4. Leipold, they got the state. They're on campus this year. 5-4. You?
Yeah, I Leipold's Leipold's a really damn good coach, and I mean, goddamn, they haven't had a bye week since like week 2. This is like their 8th game in a row.
They've been playing this game for 102 years. Beautiful, beautiful fucking thing to see. Then they come out of that with the bye week.
Alan Bowman.
All right. They come out of the bye week and they are hosting Kansas State. I'm taking Kansas State, dude. I'm not taking fucking Emily and Harry to block K-State's defensive line, which I think is the best in the Big 12. I know you have a legit home field advantage. I'm not doing it here. The series goes back to 1908. K-State goes into Stillwater and wins this game.
And who did they have off? They had Texas Tech. On the K-State preview, I had Oklahoma State. I'm sticking with it. They got the bye week. K-State has only won twice in Stillwater in 20 years.
Make it 3 times. Make it fucking 3 times.
Cowboys, 7 wins.
Unbelievable. You're buying into this Hauss.
I'm all in.
You're really riding this Hauss.
Oh no, the bounce house. I remember this game 2 years ago.
Yeah, see, and I think they're playing them at the worst time to play UCF because obviously Scott Frost's offense normally takes a little bit to get acquainted with. In very similar vein to Rich Rod, I would compare it to, but you're getting them in late November. They could win this game. I'm taking UCF though. That place is rocking. Give me UCF.
Yeah, especially if I have them beating K-State, which would be a big upset.
Wait, I have them at 5 wins right now. Give me them to get this win.
Okay.
Give me them to get this win. All right. I don't feel great about it, obviously, but
It's easy to see a tide turn.
give me their 6th win right here. They're bowling under Mike Gundy. You got them at what's their record now for you? 7?
I have them losing
4 or something.
7-4 headed into the finale.
Yeah, the finale. They take on Matt Campbell and Iowa State with Rocco Beck. I will take Iowa State. The series goes back 99 years. Awesome. But I will take Iowa State. And I have Oklahoma State at 6-6. Bowling, baby. What are you doing here?
Iowa State struggles in Stillwater too, but Iowa State, I mean, I can't give them K-State and Iowa State. They're gonna win. They're gonna drop one of those. I'll have them drop this one. I got them 7-5.
I got them 6-6, and I think I'm being very, very lenient towards just trusting Gundy.
That's what this is. If
but we never seen some shit like this.
I know.
In his 20 years, he never had a whole damn roster of people coming in that don't know him. The win total is 4.5. I will not lock this fucking up. I know a lot of times you're supposed to lock when you're a game and a half over the win total. I certainly will definitely not lock this thing. I think Mike Gundy's a very good football coach. So I think he finds a way to 6-6. They go bowling. And hopefully he doesn't get fired because that should be enough with this roster. They're plus 6,000 to win the Big 12. Plus 2,500. You got to love these odds. Plus 6,000 to win the Big 12. Plus 2,500 to make the CFP. What? I'll take might as well sprinkle the just on Gundy's history. Just put $20 on plus 6,000 to win the Big 12.
I was thinking that.
You might as well just because of the unknown. Are you locking the over?
Absolutely. Gundy had his first losing season in 20 years. Everybody in America's out on him. He've counted him out. I will hammer the over 4.5 wins. They're going bowling. And I'll sprinkle on that 60-1. This is the Big 12, baby. Expect the unexpected.
I mean, you do have the Arizona State angle. You do have the Arizona and Colorado, I guess, which tied to them for the same fucking record. But there's so much unknown. I don't know that I've ever previewed a team. The best comparison would be Colorado 2 years ago. They were 4-8, by the way. That Colorado team year one was 4-8 with 40 some transfers, 42 I think it was.
That was Dion's first year though at this level.
True, but he at least had 10 guys that knew his the QB
and
Travis Hunter, who was the best player in college. Yeah, that's true, but fair. That is fair. He did miss a month.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna take the over. No lock. I think the over's the right side though. I do think Mike Gundy's a good football coach. I think he'll figure this thing out. I see Marcus there saying he's top 5 against the spread. Lock up that over. Let's go.
They're going to be a 24-point underdog against Oregon week 2.
I mean, here's the thing. They could lose every single road game, and that would put them at having to go 6-1 at home. It's possible. Yeah. I think the over's the play, but
that week 5 game is so big.
5 and 6, I think you'll know the season right then. They're gonna lose to Oregon. I don't think they can match up against Oregon's talent. Yeah. 5 and 6 are the weeks that I think you'll learn if this team has got a little bit of heart. You could maybe even throw week 7 in there as well, but I think you'll know by 5 or 6. If they sweep Baylor and Arizona, I think you say we got something. If they split, I still think you could say, hey, we got something. We could be a bowl team. If they lose both those, I think you got to watch. You got to really watch, because then I think there's blood in the water. Folks, that is our show. We will be back tomorrow. We're previewing 136 teams. If you didn't, go check out all the episodes we've dropped. Kansas State preview is already out. So get on over there and do that. And next up for us are the James Madison Dukes and the California Golden Bears. So buckle up. We got a good slideshow outro here. Actually, I want to talk about my favorite photo in the history of college football, Mac.
Yeah.
I mean, on the field, Bobby Petrino's is my favorite photo in the history when he's giving that press conference with the road rash all over his face. That's my favorite all-time photo. But the best photo is that right there. Look at that fucking photo. Barry Sanders going over the top against Colorado. That is a fire photo. I've been looking at that photo for since I was fucking 7 years old, probably 5 years old. And I've just been damn, that's a great photo.
How fucking high up is he?
Barry Sanders is fucking incredible. Absolutely incredible photo. I've been staring at this photo for a long time in my life. All right, folks, we'll be back. We'll talk JMU and Cal Golden Bear football. All right, with Ron Rivera as the general manager there in Berkeley. Till next time, make sure you check out all of our other stuff: the college baseball experience, the college basketball experience, the FCS college football experience. Check out all those. They all come together as one on YouTube, youtube.com/the college experience. Subscribe, tell a friend. Moneyline Mac's on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The college football experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. I can't wait for the season. I can't wait for this unknown team. All right.
Go Pokes.
Yeah, this is like the fucking James Bond international man of mystery. Was that Austin Powers or was that James Bond? I think it was Austin Powers. Anyway, can't wait. This is the college football experience, Oklahoma State Cowboy style. Ew. Better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Mailbox 1. Yeah, 7. Let's get 1.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks. Largely cause leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem. Between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallenged, your board stiff. So arrange the pieces to prepare cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with Post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift.
I'm taking a pitch right now. It's like
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart mind, body, and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun mind, body, and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo mind, body, and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Every time I close my eyes, I'm taken to the same place, a playing field, and every contestant's got the game face. Everybody's yelling, you ought to play it safe. Make sure them shoes are tied and ankles taped. Shake the cobweb and hit the ground running. This is how cunning I can get with the footwork. You're doing it right, well, it shouldn't hurt. Flirt with greatness, still I run the famous. Nice high heels, I got mics for spikes. Trampling the home team and the turf for life. For the few fleet of foot, too fast for me. I fear none, cause I run and ignore the pair of feet by the tree that are fast asleep. In love with the game, you adore the hair. I believe in achievement. My soul isn't rewarded just cause it's easy goal and moves toward it.